of the Israeli government holding a private convention here in the United States. One of the people in attendance at this secret meeting was Judith Varney Shore. She's a former Israeli consul general who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the main people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black people in the United States. But don't worry, they've got some black leaders on the payroll.
The major problem with Israel is with the younger generation of the black community.
This was an Israeli government official who was saying this, not some low-level operative or some rogue member of their diplomatic corps. This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this.
Oops.
She said that Israel's biggest problem was young black people in the United States.
I got a serious question. Why can't Clip people leave black people alone? What in the ever fuck do black people got to do with what the hell is going on in Israel? Why is it y'all always trying to find a way to put shit on black people? Our president ain't even black no more. It's a white man. So what the fuck is happening? I legitimately need a white person to tell me what the fuck is y'all problem with black people. For real. Because we really don't do shit to y'all.
The major problem with Israel is with the younger generation of the black community.
You know, I wonder why the biggest problem is the young generation of the black community when we're all the way over here. We don't have no land, we don't have no communities, we don't have no commodities, we don't have any resources, we don't have any bombs, we don't have any nuclear weapons, we don't have any missiles, you know, we don't have any military. You know, why would we be the biggest threat? Wouldn't the biggest threat be the people you're actually in war with? What do we have to do with anything y'all got going on? Could it be that the conspiracies about identity theft are true? Perhaps. Because I doubt that, you know, a lie would be a big threat to an entire country. I don't think a lie would. But what I think is the biggest threat is that the truth is being revealed and the world knows that. Time's up.
And take this home with you. The Jewish representative of Israel said that the greatest difficulty that Israel has is with young Black Americans. What does Israel have to fear about young Black Americans? Because they refuse to be controlled by the forces that control their fathers and their grandfathers. That is over. So I say to Israel, leave the Black youth alone. Don't come into our community trying to kill us to satisfy your blood lust. Turn my young Black brothers over to the nation of Islam. We'll take them and teach them. And
So Donald Trump wants to take down all of the things in the Smithsonian. Yeah, as it regards to Black people. That's fine. Because now even more of the information is coming out. First of all, I want to say something. The reason why, have you ever thought about the reason why we are so despised, so feared? Have you ever really thought about that? Is it just racism? Or are we woke about the wrong things? Wait a minute, hold on, hey, something crawling on me. Okay. Oh, but I want to ask you that question. See, the deal is, they know who we are, but many times, most of us do not.
Hello, lovelies. Welcome back to this episode. after I came across this particular video, these Israel readers came out to say that the major problem they have is the young Black American generation this time around. I don't understand. Why would Black people be a problem to Israel? They don't belong there. They don't have any business there. Why would Israel leaders have that worry, that is caring about young generation? Guys, let's dive into today's episode. Drop your opinion in the comment section. Then we'll come back with more commentary.
I got a serious question. Why can't Clip people leave Black people alone? What in the ever fuck do Black people got to do with what the hell is going on in Israel? Why is it y'all always trying to find a way to put some shit on Black people? Our president ain't even Black no more. It's a white man.
Shalom, Shelley.
What the fuck is happening? I legitimately need a white person to tell me what the fuck is y'all problem with Black people. For real. Because we really don't do shit to y'all. Like all the violent shit that you keep in your head saying that we don't do that shit. Y'all do that shit. Raping, killing, murdering, all y'all are the top
Yes,
of
we're
the
the
food
chosen.
chain when it comes to all violence. Why is it that y'all is on our backs like we the ones who doing it more than y'all? Like for real, Black people just stay on repeat in your mind. And I really need to understand why. You know what? I know why. I don't know why I'm playing around. I know why. It's because we the chosen people. We the chosen people. And the white people is trying to do whatever they can to eradicate our ass because they don't want us to go home. That's what it is. We
Yes,
are the
Shelley.
holders of the earth. And y'all ass is the visitors. And y'all mad. That's what it is. It can't be nothing else. Like science has proven this as a fact. It can't be nothing else at this point. See, I didn't want to get to the point of that realization because that point of realization comes towards the edge of being prejudiced. But goddamn it, it's the fucking truth. Because otherwise, it ain't no point for white people to look at Black people the way that y'all do. Because all the shit that y'all scared that we gonna do, y'all did it to us first. My man is gone. Let me go lay down. I'm gonna take a nap. Goodbye. Now, wait a minute. I gotta go back and I gotta fix something because I just went on a rant, but it was a good rant, so I'm not gonna do it over and I need to correct myself. If you have been on my page for a while, you know that I have two categories of white people. There are regular white people and then there are clear people. The white people are the good people who stand for everything great, gracious, and empathize with everybody and everything around them. Then there are clear people who are nationalists and who don't give a fuck about nothing but their own skin color. Those are the ones that we don't like. Now, with that being said, I know that there are white people out here who are actually our allies. But here's the thing, y'all. Y'all, our allies, only where we can hear and see you. We now need you to be our allies out there, out in public, where everybody can hear and see you. Okay? That means going out and talking to everybody in your community about how bad it is that people of color are being treated. Grandma, grandpa, auntie, uncle, mama, daddy, brother, sister, cousin, your next door neighbor, Miss Lulu around the corner, the lady who be up at the fresh market that you go and shop at, her and her whole entire family. Go to your church and scream it from the mountaintops. They ask for you to do an open prayer in your church, pray for the people of color, and make everybody thinking. We need you to go into your communities now and speak up for us because just standing in our community and telling us how you're here with us ain't helping no more. Ain't nobody listening. You got to go knock on everybody else's door so that they can hear you clearly. For real. I know y'all out there. I know you out there, and I'm grateful for you. There's a lot of people who are grateful for you, but we need you to make a little bit more noise because, baby, let me tell you something. We this close to standing on a landmine and blowing every fucking thing up into World War III. You hear what I'm saying to you? We need help. Y'all got to come out here and make noise because this shit is. Go back and watch the original video. That's some shit. Go and do your own research and watch what the woman said. It's some shit. There's so many layers here and so many things that aren't being said, and I'm going to get into it. So for one, keep it in the forefront of your mind what she said, that Black people are the biggest threat to Israel. Keep that in the forefront of your mind. Now, we know that currently there's a hyper awareness around the topic of genocide because of what's happening in Palestine. But has anybody actually sat back and questioned the timing of the release of information about Sudan and the Congo? Because it's suspicious. Now, she said we're the biggest threat. The reason that we're the biggest threat is because Black people are the global symbol of resilience. These people have been trying to exterminate us forever, and they haven't been able to do it. So when they saw us come out overwhelmingly and stand with Palestine, they were fearful that we would pass on that resilient spirit and that strength to those people, the people they're currently trying to exterminate. So what they did was they put out this information about Africa to divert our attention, because they know that if we see something happening over there, we're going to immediately side with our people, because that's the way that we normally move. And they expect our community to do what some members have done. See, this is why we don't need to be standing with other people. We need to be worried about ourselves, our people, blah, blah, blah. Y'all, it's okay to care about more than one thing at a time. It's actually quite important that you're able to do that. You can stand on multiple issues at once, and we're going to have to. Because if you allow genocide in one place, you're allowing it everywhere. It sets a precedent when you show that you don't care. That means it's going to show up in other places and people still won't care. We can't allow that. But the timing of the release of information is what I want to focus on, because it is very intentional. They managed to keep the information about the Congo and Sudan out of the mainstream media, out of the news, off of these apps. We didn't know until we found out about Palestine what was happening in those places. You can't tell me that that wasn't
Wow, I
intentional.
didn't know that,
Black
Shelly.
people have to learn to recognize our power, y'all. If we weren't so powerful, we wouldn't be a threat to anybody. Like y'all say, we sit over here, we're minding our business,
Praying
we're not
against
thinking
those
about y'all,
cities then.
but somehow we're still a threat. It's because of what we represent. Black people are the symbol of resilience and of strength. They know that. We have to know it, and we have to start walking in it.
So Donald Trump wants to take down all of the things in the Smithsonian. Yeah, as it regards to Black people. That's fine. Because now even more of the information is coming out. First of all, I want to say something. The reason why, have you ever thought about the reason why we are so despised, so feared? Have you ever really thought about that? Is it just racism, or are we woke about the wrong things? Wait a minute, hold on, honey, something crawling on me. Okay. Oh, but I want to ask you that question. See, the deal is, they know who we are, but many times, most of us do not. Mm-mm. Have you ever stopped to wonder why the Christ is depicted as a blonde-haired, blue-eyed character, and God is depicted as this being that is white, that all of the disciples were British or something like that? Have you ever stopped to wonder, when did God turn white?
World champ Lolo Jones has dominated the track and conquered the bobsled. Now she's ready to take on pickleball.
Are you ready for
Oh,
a
sorry.
one that looks like whatever you're looking for?
Try to catch it.
When God turned white. If ancient Persia remembered the Israelites as black, then how did we forget? How did the children of Cush, the sons of Jacob, once described with bronze skin and coiled hair, become pale figures with flowing blonde locks draped in royal blue? The answer begins in paint and ends in power. Let's begin in Renaissance Europe. By the 1400s, Christianity had become not just a religion, but a political tool wielded by monarchs, popes, and empires. It was no longer about remembering God's people. It was about controlling the image of God himself. So the artists got to work. Look at Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper. Jesus sitting among his disciples is pale-skinned, narrow-faced, and European in every detail.
So see, there's plenty of reasons for folks to actually despise us. And racism solely is not the issue. It is disguised as that, but that's not the issue. Again, they know who we are, huh? Many of us do not. And it is written that people perish because of a lack of knowledge. And though those 22 books may be missing in the Bible, naturally, your girl found them, okay? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put things in different parts. And so since he wants to remove things from the Smithsonian, I'm glad he did, because it actually just catapulted me and other content creators to go on there and put out the real news, the news that we all need to see. But I also will tell you, as this goes on, as I continue to share what I have been learning, I need to also tell us that the reason that we may have gone into enslavement is beyond what we initially thought. All right, y'all. Y'all know me. Power to the people. Power to the people, baby. I'm about to get this knowledge because I feel like this. Once we really, really know, all of us as a unit, who we really
Sorry, it's taking so long to load. But Shelly and Stephen, you are right. You are right. Like Jesus, they are they can't exterminate us because the Most High Yah will not let them because of the promise He made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Why is this thing not loading this video? I think I want this to load. It would have loaded. Let's see what's going on here. They don't want the truth though, because why is this suddenly not loading?
Wirecraft with Smart Press, premium quality. Our products are totally customizable and have stellar ratings and reviews. World-class service.
If I was sitting here watching some crazy stuff, then all of this would be working. I'm telling you, it only does this when I'm trying to prove a point.
In his garden, in his house in Cairo, here is President Gamal Abdel Nasser of Egypt, who 5 years ago, as a young army officer, was prominent among those who led the revolution to remove King Farouk, and who later became president himself. And just under 1 year ago, who nationalized the Suez Canal for Egypt.
Stonefire
Bingo.
Nuggets, and baked in blazing high heat.
It's inspired by ancient traditions, but goes great with anything you love, like tacos.
Or a delicious breakfast wrap.
Or for pepperoni pizza.
yours.
I'm still here. I'm just gonna turn the thing off.
Unplug.
Don't worry.
And unlock.
And just say, yeah.
So they won't take the video down. You see how all those videos they put up?
Now, President Nasser, the first thing I want to ask is this. President Nasser.
Well, I'm sorry about the period of the bad relations between Britain and Egypt, and we hope that both countries work for good relations in order to be friendly again.
Do you want to resume normal diplomatic relations?
I think that is the duty of each country. We have to return to the normal relations.
I ask you about American policy now. What is your attitude to that, especially the Eisenhower dome for preventing the spread of communism in the Middle East?
Well, we look to the American policy in connection with nationalism in the Middle East, because we feel that what is dominating in the Middle East now is nationalism, not communism. There is no spread of communism in the Middle East after the revolution. The Americans insist that nationalism is communism and try to stand against nationalism, thinking that they are standing against communism. They will turn the nationalism to be communism. Because nationalism is an open movement. Communism is underground movement. If they attack nationalism and try to stand against nationalism, the result will be turning nationalism to underground communist movement.
You don't allow communism to side Egypt, do you?
Well, according to my information, my experience during the last 5 years, I think that communism was neutralized in Egypt because of adopting nationalist policy. Because the people are aiming of their national aspiration. And they feel that they are not able to adopt and fulfill their national aspirations, they come underground and form communist elements. Now, because of the national policy of Egypt,
صهیونیست ها از کجا آمدند؟ آلمان ها مدعی بودند که نژاد برتر هستند. ایتالیایی ها به گذشته رومی خود می اندیشیدند و خود را نژاد برتر می نامیدند و یونانی ها هم به همین شکل در گذشته های خود غوطه ورمودند. سرب ها با همین نژاد پرستی آتش جنگ جهانی اول را در مونتنگرو مشتعل کردند و یهودی های تندرو نیز مدعی شدند نژاد برتری هستند که خداوند آنها را برگزیده است. همه اقوام قبلی قطع زمینی برای خود داشتند تا ادعا کنند قوم آنها در این قطع زمین مزد گرفتند و اما یهودیان جریان‌های رقیب نژادی در اقلیت قرار گرفته بودند مجبور بودند ادعا کنند که قطع زمین آنها جایی در شرق دنیا است. اولا ساکنان اصلی فلسطین کنعانی هستند که اجداد همین مردم فلسطینند و نام فلسطین نام دیگری از قوم کنعان است. دومی که یهودیان قبایلی بودند که از مصر به سوی ارض کنعان یعنی فلسطین حرکت کردند و سپس در کنار این قوم به زندگی پرداختند. و سومی که طبق روال معمول همه ملت‌ها در طول سالیان متمادی اقوام در یکدیگر حل می‌شوند. به ویژه آنکه دو انقلاب بزرگ دینی در ارض کنعان یا فلسطین روی داد. نخست مسیحیت و دوم اسلام. چگونه ممکن است که همه
They won't
اقوام
play it on there,
ساکن
so I'm gonna have
فلسطین
to turn it off
همگی
on here, put it
مسیحی و
on here. For
سپس
some reason, it won't play on the
مسلمان
big
شده
screen.
باشند، اما یهودیان خود را از این
Y'all,
همه
I'm fighting this
تحولات
one.
که
It's not, I don't want to play on my phone.
Of Egypt, Gamal Abdul Nasser, said he couldn't respect the present Jews in Israel because they left Israel black and they came back white. Because they were Caucasians when they returned, Turkic Mongol Asians from the Caucasus Mountains, the Russian steppes. Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of...
Okay, so the video I was showing that had with that guy was sitting in the chair talking. That's who he's talking about. That is the president of Egypt. I know they need to find some business and leave us alone. Yeah, I'm sitting here fighting to play this. Now, this stuff I played already. I played this stuff already before I even got on here to show y'all this. And now all of a sudden they don't want to play.
Abdul Nasser said he couldn't respect the present Jews in Israel because they left Israel black and they came back white. Because they were Caucasians when they returned, Turkic Mongol Asians from the Caucasus Mountains, the Russian steppes. Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. I am black. The Hebrew word there is shachar ha'anyah. It literally translates to I am dark-skinned. Strong's number, and I don't use Strong's numbers very often, but there's gonna be pushback. Strong's number 7838, shachar, from Strong's number 7835, dusky. So the word shachar means dusky. And if you look in the concise Oxford English Dictionary in the 10th edition, dusky means darkish in color, euphemistic of a person black and dark-skinned. And in the Old English Dictionary, it says tending to black. In 1965, the former president of Egypt, Gamal
now
Abdel
I will go
Nasser,
back to this other video, but I just want to remind people out in the audience that we are y'all only on this channel. We do not agree with all the opinions of these other people about the JC thing. We are not on that. We don't do that here. But I cannot help what they put in the video, but I do, I tried to find this other video single. I couldn't, so this is why I was using this video.
Your roommate just took up percussion. You need a job that gets you out of here.
I need it.
Indeed you do.
Don't kill your dog.
Oh,
Hey, man,
but what's wrong with this?
let's check it out. It's still kibble. So don't kibble your dog.
Are you ready for adventure?
One that looks like who we really are. You know, we say, yeah, we come from kings and queens. But do you understand that? No, I don't think you do, because I certainly didn't, and I'm a history buff. Okay? Power.
Thanks for saying the quiet part out loud. If Black Americans one day decided that we were just collectively done with the shit and we were gonna rise up against our own oppressive government and the genocide going on in Palestine, it'd be over. It'd be over in like 3 to 5 business days, if you hear what I'm saying. Like, why do you think Black revolutionary leaders dropped like flies? And who do you think did it? So just to be clear, the Israeli state thinks that we, the Black community, are the biggest threat to Israel. And they're right. Honestly, they probably just saw my TikTok account. Like, if we're being real, that's a joke. That's a joke. I'm not that conceited. By now, I think we've all seen this video circulating on TikTok with that headline. But I want to tell y'all what that's about. Movement for Black Lives is a policy platform that's not the same thing as Black Lives Matter, although they focus on the same issues: anti-racism, reparations for Black people, abolishing the death penalty, free college tuition for everyone in the United States. In 2016, they also presented a 40 policy proposal on boycotting, divesting, and sanctioning Israel for the war crimes and genocide against the Palestinians. This upset a lot of American Jewish citizens who feel like they have fought with Black Lives Matter, and they did not think that the Palestinian struggle and the Black struggle in America should be looked at as synonymous or even remotely anywhere near the same. It also upset parliament members of the Israeli government. And so they started to see that a lot of young Black college students were supporting BDS after Black Lives Matter also signed on to the BDS policy. So in 2020, they decided to do a convention and bring together 40 Black leaders within the United States to try and spread loyalty to Israel and to detour young Black college students from boycotting Israel. The boycotting and divesting included not spending money with businesses that are loyal to Israel, not supporting artists who are loyal to Israel, as well as not investing in stocks, getting companies to not invest in stocks and not supporting the companies that invest in stocks that are loyal to Israel. Now, due to the growing support of the BDS policy, Benjamin Netanyahu, all of 2020, worked with politicians in the United States to pass a law that says that you cannot boycott Israel or hire any employee who will boycott Israel if you take government contract funding or venture funding from certain venture capitalists. This is why we see a lot of people who have spoken out in pro-Palestinian comments on their social media being fired from their jobs. Because a lot of these companies are government contractors and they're taking government funds and they are bound by that law. This is also why we see some artists not speaking out or have spoken out as pro-Israel. This meeting is to combat any type of resistance that we do here in the United States in support of the Palestinians. And a lot of young Black college students have signed on to the BDS cause, and they want to stop that. Now, while there are other things that we should also be considering with this situation, there are other things that we also need to consider that are right.
What she failed to realize is those young Black people that they're calling Black people or not us. They would never hire a true bloodline Israelite. They're hiring Ham, or they're hiring Moabites or Ammonites, or they're hiring the real Egyptians and making it seem like they're us. We are number one, we're few in numbers. And number two, they would never give us a damn penny to come up to have nothing. They're picking the people, they're picking the right people. They would never have picked me to be in a political office or be famous, because they know I'm gonna help all the people that I can. They picking the other people who gonna stay in line. They would never pick somebody like me or Mr. Real or somebody like that. They would never pick us because we will go, well, I'm finna help my people. I done earned this money and I can do what I want with it. And then we the kind of people to get bumped out because we are not gonna stay in place. Because they set those people there to make us think, that make the people think they're gonna have some hope. That's just a false semblance of hope. But Abba said that when they say bless you, that's a curse. So don't, when they say bless you, that's a curse. So please, when they say bless you, say, I don't accept that. That's an actual curse when they say bless you. So when they say that, this is why I don't say y'all, tell y'all bless y'all. I tell y'all Baruchings. I tell you peace and Baruchings. I don't say bless you. Bless you is a curse for you to bleed to death. That's what blessed means, to bleed to death. That's why they say bless your little heart. When they're saying bless your little heart, they're saying I want your heart to bleed to death. That's why she did that. She was a witch and she was cursing you. You have to understand language. You got to understand language. That's what that is. Every time somebody do that to me, I tell them no, thank you. And they're shocked because they don't know this. That's what they don't know, that I know what that means. And I had a woman do that to me literally in, I think, December. She walks up to me and go, bless you, bless you, bless you. I said, no, thanks. I said, but bless you. And she looked at me with her eyes big because she knew I knew what it meant. Yeah, that's a curse, baby. And then you be thanking them. And then the other thing, when they say, pray for me, pray for them, but don't pray for them the way that they think you're going to be pray. You want to pray for them, because do you know that our prayers have been saving them? Because they have been asking us to pray. They know they can't reach Abba. They ain't stupid. So when we pray to help them, it helps them, because Abba wants to honor us. So when they say pray for me, pray for that, they get all the recompense that they deserve. Pray that all the recompense that they deserve. So when people say that I need some prayer, I pray that the will of, or I go the will of the Most High Yah on your life. Those are the two things I say. Yeah, you got to watch the stuff they're saying. The language is wicked. I've been telling people this for a long time, that is a wicked, wicked, wicked language they've taught us. They taught us to send curses on our own selves. We're doing it. We're unknowingly doing it to ourselves. So this is why we need, you need to go in and look up words and see what they mean, just like voting. Voting is a blood oath. If you go actually look up the original word for vote, that's why I keep telling people don't go vote. You're making a blood oath. You're making a actual blood oath. When you sign your name in a voting booth, that's a blood booth. Look up the original languages. This is why I tell people, I show you the language. Why, when I teach my classes, I give you why I'm saying something. I give it to you because I've looked up the etymology of the word. So there can be no confusion on it. Yes, Shirley Wild. Yes, because they ask you to. So they're going to accept the prayer because they ask you to pray. So I give them what they want to. Yes, I stopped voting too. Actually, I did not vote. I never voted into Obama. And then I voted Obama, and then I went and voted for some lady. This when I found out about the word vote. Then I never voted again. So I voted 3 times. And after that, I never voted them again. And the other thing about signatures on a contract, if you look up the word contract and you go back and do the etymology, it also means covenant. Contract and covenant means the same thing. So when they say you need to do this contract, when you're doing a contract, you're doing a covenant. That's why you have to fall out agreement with everything you sign your name, every contract, whether it's your house, your car, because once you put your signature on it, they can use your signature in any curse they want to, because you gave them permission. You gave it to them. Yep, it's a bond. Yes, and I keep telling people these things, and they don't want to hear it. They're still stuck in that reality. But yes, even like today, I had to renew my lease on my place. I had to renew it today, but guess what I did? As soon as I filled out all the papers and signed it, I fell out of agreement with that, my signature on that paper. And then I told the Most High they're not allowed to use my signature for anything. They cannot use it. I also do that with my image. You cannot use my image in any curses. You cannot use anything in my that you know about in any curses. You cannot. In the spiritual realm, I said they are not allowed to use nothing without my permission. I did not give them permission. The only ones that are allowed to use me, I tell Abba, is you, Abba, and nobody else. You have to verbally speak that out into the universe, into the spiritual realm, so they cannot use you. Use your image, use the image of people that you know. They cannot use the image of people you know in your dreams. You have to go against those things too. It's a lot that we don't know that Abba has taught me. I told you I could teach for 20 hours on the stuff that I know that Abba has showed me just in the last 2 years. Y'all, I've only been studying this for 2 years, and I've learned so much that I told you I can teach and teach and teach. But I'll keep asking him, how is he going to do this? And he just said that when he comes back, basically, and he put the law in our heart, we'll know everything then. We will, because there's no way we'll be able to get it all, because it took 50 years for Jacob to learn everything. It took 50 years. There's no way we're going to learn it all. And you can find that in the book of Jasher, that it took 50 years. Shem and Eber taught Jacob for 50 years. Everything, all of Abba's laws. 50 years. Ain't no way we're going to get it all. So this is how he's going to do. He's going to place it in our heart. But we need to get the basis down with his 613 laws, and how to talk to him, and how to stop being idolaters. This is what we have to learn right now. That's what he wants us to focus on right now, calling on his name and his law and his basic laws. But then everything else he'll teach us, because there's so much that we have to learn. There is 204 books. It's 204 books. What we have now is the basic. The 613 is the basic. $50 years, that's not crazy. It's 204 scrolls, baby. It ain't crazy. There's dietary laws. There's all these different type of laws. There's different type of laws to do with the universe. There's laws for the priests. There's all types of things we do. Do you know we have a different song to sing every day? We have a song for each day. Then there's songs for the feast days, and there's songs for the Sabbath days. Did you know that? Yeah, it's a lot of information, but there's no way. There's no way we'll get, because I was trying to figure that one out too. And I asked him about it. He was like, that's the whole thing about putting the law in our heart. But we have to want it. We have to want it. Because once we get the law written in our heart, there's no turning back. There's no turning back. We'll never be able to forget the law. The law will always be there. We won't, nothing. It will be forever and ever and ever and ever. So you have to truly want this. And believe me, I want it bad. I want the laws in my heart. I don't ever want to sin anymore. I want to be with Abba. I want to have an audience with him. I want it bad. I want it bad. And I know the consequences of that. That choice is, yes, I will never be able to change my mind but that's what he wanted in the first place. He wanted us to decide. He wanted us to decide. And y'all, I done been on the other side of this. I done been on the other side, and life was hard without Abba. Life was hard without Abba. And I'm 50 years old. Life was hard without Abba. I don't want to live life without him. And I certainly don't want to go to Sheol. Not after all the hell I went through. growing up. So I went 50 years of hell to go into hell. No, I'd rather have the law right in my heart. So I'll do what he tell me to do. I'm gonna do it how he tell me to do, when he tell me to do, and where he tell me to do it. And I'm not gonna question him ever again. I trust him in every bit of part of me, and I'll never ever do that again. I question myself, but I will never question him again. I learned the hard way. Don't question Abba. Abba know what he doing. We the one don't know what we were doing. He know what he doing. Let's finish this. But
that are right at our doorsteps right now.
But this young lady
later on because
remembers, I don't agree with everything they're saying in this video, but the reason why I wanted this is because the reason why the whole world has a problem with the poorest people on earth who don't own nothing, who don't have no banks. We ain't even got rights in the house that we paying for. Because they just kick the door in and do whatever they want to us when they want to us. Unless we call it on Abba Yah. Now, if we call it on Yah, they can't do shit to us no more. But if you still in the world, they can have your ass for dinner. Now, we ain't got nothing, but yet everybody's always stressed and worried about us. I don't care where you go, where we go. Y'all know where I've been. They be worried about us. What you doing? Who you are? Why you doing here? Woody, woody, that. As they used to say in Memphis, Tennessee. Woody, woody, woody. I don't say it right because I'm truly not from Memphis, but I used to live there. And woody, woody, woo. I don't say it the way they do, but they be woody, woody, one about what we doing, where we going, why we there, who we talking to. I'm like, why do you care what I do? I am just trying to make somebody or up over here trying to get some vacation done. I don't care about you, but they be worried about us. They be worried about us.
As our attention spans are. But please make sure that you share this video and
you remember, a lot of people kept coming out to say that this time around, Black people, especially Black Americans, they need to.
Now these Africans, this video, and there's other Africans too. They're always making videos about us, about the Black people. They be making videos about us. And they don't say that we're their family. You know what they say? If you actually go and watch the African videos, they say people who look like us. They say people who look like us, but they don't say people who are us. They say people who look like us. Go and watch the African videos. They will say people who look like us. They will not say these are our cousins or our family or our long lost family. They say people who look like us because they know they ain't us. Let me play this other video now.
ChatGPT straight up giving the wrong answer. I just hate how it's so confidently wrong.
Oh,
and it just
shut up.
Peace, family. My name is Vicky Diller. Thank you so much for tuning into African Diaspora News Channel. Peace, family. My name is Vicky Diller. Thank you so much for tuning into African Diaspora News Channel. Make sure you give us a big thumbs up, and share the broadcast. Thank you so very much. Now, family, I want you to take a look at this very brief clip of an Israeli consul official making what appears to be some very disturbing, dangerous, and damaging statements about Black American youth in particular. I found this clip very important to discuss at this time because there's so much happening in our world, and we are supposed to have a very strong and democratic alliance with Israel. So it's disturbing to hear these comments. Watch this.
The problem with Israel is with the young generation of the Black community. Black Lives Matter starts there.
So just to give a little bit of context to what you're hearing, you're listening to Judith Varney Shore, an Israeli consul general in Atlanta. And she says, quote, the major problem with Israel is the young generation of the Black community. I'm gonna say that again. How are our friends and allies in Israel saying they're consul. This is a government official. Why would she say, quote, the major problem with Israel
Shalom,
is
trouble.
with the young generation of the black community? What in the world is really going on? This is footage leaked from a censored documentary on some interesting ties between them and the United States. And so just for some of you may or may not know, that Al Jazeera had done a documentary, and I was told that it was delayed and there were some other things that were going on there. So this is really interesting, and I find it fascinating, of course, that mainstream mass media isn't really talking about this. And I'm just saying that if Israel is supposed to be our democratic ally in that particular region of the world, we have some questions here.
Problem with Israel is with the young generation of the black community. Black Lives Matter starts there.
You hear that? And the reason this is important is because if your governmental officials have these types of thought, what's going into the laws and the policies that are known and unknown? Your world engagement, geopolitics, how does that look when this is privately something that they believe is a problem for their nation some very many miles away? Now, I've discussed this before, that some of our police in America are trained by Israeli law enforcement. Did you know that some American law enforcement agents, I'm talking about state and local, travel to Israel for training? And did you know that certain officials from there come to the United States to train our police? And there have been reports that have traced some of the maneuvers, some of the anti-Black, very dangerous and detrimental maneuvers that cause our folks to be taken out or severely injured, that some of those tactics were taught, from their law enforcement agencies. So I think we're going to have to rethink some things, I believe, about this, and have a come to Jesus meeting on some of this stuff. Don't black me. If you say you're an ally and we give, billions of dollars in support every single year, we've got to, there's got to be something else that we discuss here. Somebody black to me. My name is Vicky Dillon. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Vicky Show here on African Diaspora.
All right, we don't do no come to Jesus here, and I repent for even saying that, because he got me, y'all. He got me the other day for using that name. He put the beat down, the boot to ass, as my friend called it, bullets ass. He put the boots ass to me the other day. He had my stomach all turned up down till I repented for using his name, but I wasn't using it, even though I was insulting him. I was still using it, so I had to repent. So I'm repenting for saying that now, but we don't do that around here. We don't worship no JC around here. We don't do idol worship. So y'all, that is truly all I have. But I'm gonna go back to the beginning of this because of this video, because of Farrakhan. And his name is Khan for a reason. His name is Khan for a reason. His name is Khan for a reason. So, we don't go to these leaders here because they're again the true Israelites, the real Israelites. I'm gonna say this again. The real true Israelites, they don't give us jobs in lead anything. They will not do it. They will not. And every time we try to build something up, they destroy it because they don't want to give us any chance, because they think as far as they can keep us down, if they can keep us down to the most, then they will do it. They will send infiltrators. They will send all type of people. Remember that some of the people these people that they're hiring, some of the people they are hiring, they're not Israel. They're Moabites, Ammonites, they're Egyptian, they're what's some other people that kind of look like us? The Syrians. Those are the Syrians. Those are cousins, but they ain't us. They ain't hired no Israelites. They even hire some Hebrews, but they don't hire the Hebrew Israelites. They would never, ever hire a Hebrew Israelite to do anything. So when y'all see, oh, the black people in power, those them ain't us. Or they hired the Hamites. Them ain't us. Them ain't us.
Of the Israeli government holding a private convention here in the United States. One of the people in attendance at this secret meeting was Judith Varney Shore.
Yes,
former
you're
Israeli
right,
consul general
Shelley.
who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the main people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black people in the United States. But don't worry, they've got some black leaders on the payroll.
You hear that?
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community.
This was an Israeli government official who was saying this, not some low-level operative or some rogue member of their diplomatic corps. This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this on American soil. Their biggest problem wasn't Hamas or Hezbollah or the Palestinian Authority or Syria or even Iran. She said that Israel's biggest problem was young black people in the United States.
I got a serious question.
I just had to end it with
Why
that.
can't people leave
I
black
love you
people-
all, and tomorrow I'll probably do a class. I had so many appointments today. Oh, I do want to talk to you about one thing. Because let me find my cover up. Because let me find the cover up. Let me find the cover up so I can tell y'all about this real quick. So today, I don't want me to talk about this. Yeah, let me cover myself up. So let me turn the camera around real quick. Oops, I don't mean to do that. There I am. Okay, one thing I need to talk to you about. So I have a nurse practitioner that comes to my house and checks me out for everything. So the nurse practitioner did everything. She did my checkup, checked on my all of my diabetic sores, my feet. You know, they have to check my feet and all this kind of stuff. And so when she finished everything, I asked her a question. I'm gonna tell her name, my nurse. And she went over my medicine, make sure everything was supposed to be the way it was, and they went over my blood, you know, stuff like that because of my A1C, because I'm diabetic, and my Crohn's. I have Crohn's disease too, and plus I was in a car accident and all this kind of stuff. So they send my nurse here. So sometimes sometimes I go in, but majority of the time they'll come here. But when she was packing up, I digress. I asked her, I said, so what is the news about, how do I say this? What are your reports about the 2020 pandemic? And she says, well, because of the new administration, and the reason why I asked this is because I noticed when I last went to the doctor, everybody had masks. And when she came, she had a mask. When I went to the pharmacy, they had masks. And I'm like, why do these people got on masks? So I asked her, I said, so what are the reports? She said that there is a uptick on the 2020 pandemic, but the new administration decided they're not going to be putting money into reporting about it. There's an uptick of it. Remember, I just did the video where the young lady said she went into hospital where she was coughing up blood. She was coughing up blood. So people, and guess when she said that the uptick started? Can anybody guess? When did it start? The beginning of September. And she said it's going to probably be worse now because people going back to college, kids are back in school, all this kind of stuff. So me and Earth done told y'all. Me and Earth done told y'all that we don't put the one, and the new administration is not reporting on this anymore. She said they used to get daily reports but the new administration said they will not be doing that anymore. So basically, you on your own. That's your ass. So I pulled out my mask. And I am not going nowhere unless I totally just got to go now. I won't be running around no more. I will not be doing it. I'm going to take that dog downstairs right there and bring my ass back up in here. Because I told you I've been looking on, I go searching for stuff. I go searching. And several nurses and several doctors saying they're getting a lot of intaking of children with respiratory problems. And doctors are saying that their families are getting super duper sick. And they're reporting this, and the reports are not coming out on the news. They're getting uptakes. They said in what I found on one, but now it's not on there no more. But I found on one where this doctor said that they in the Houston area, they don't even hardly have any hospital beds left. Hospital beds. For all these people coming in with the 2020 pandemic. Okay? I asked her. Because I've been noticing people with masks on. I'm like, look, and one girl, she was walking, she looked like she was dying scared. She's freaking out. I'm like, what's wrong with this lady? So when she showed up, I would say, ask her why. Ask her why. The mask has come out. I just got my I have a caretaker that comes to clean my house for me, and a caretaker that comes to do so. So I just had them get my spray bottle out, because what I used to do is, let me show you real quick. So this is just hand sanitizer in here. Just go to the Dollar Tree, put you some hand sanitizer, spray your car door. Spray your car door, spray inside of your car. When you go, wherever you go, even though you got your mask, because remember, you got to reach your hand out, touch them, unless you're going to wear gloves. You still going to be touching that stuff and transferring. So, and then do like Earth said, you get your garbage bag by your front door, and you have as soon as you have you change your clothes right by your front door, take off those clothes, put them in that garbage bag, until you can go do laundry. Or if you got laundry in your house, spray the area where those clothes are, and then bring those clothes in there and throw it in that laundry, and then wash them immediately. And spray your car down wherever you go. Spray your shoes. Remember, because you're walking outside. So when you get outside, spray your shoes. I'm showing y'all what you need to be doing. This is how I survived the first one. Okay? So I'm telling this, but this pandemic is worse. This one is causing the bleeding of lungs. It's shutting down the nerves in your lungs. It's like SARS. Go look up SARS. It is called SARS this time. Go look up SARS. I looked it up. The one they're saying is like SARS. Go look it up. And remember to gargle, clean yourself, keep your throat cleaned out, and do those, the thing that I showed you with the castor oil. You can get castor oil at Walmart or any grocery store. Most people don't know to get it, so most people are not going to touch castor oil. It's very few people that. Only reason I know about castor oil because my grandma. So that's the only reason I know anything about castor oil, how to use it. That's the only reason I know it's because of her. Oh, and the disclaimer: if you're pregnant, do not use castor oil. Castor oil will cause you to have a miscarriage. So if you are pregnant, do not use castor oil. It will cause you to have a miscarriage. I'm letting you know. But if you are not pregnant, use it. Use it, and it's going to be the best cleanser that you can use to clean out your organs. It will clean them out. I used it yesterday just to show y'all an example, and I got cleaned out good today just for putting it right there. And it cleaned me out good. So I'm trying to think there's anything else, Abba, you need me to tell them. Because this is serious. Now my nurse, you should have seen her. She got out a garbage bag, everything that she touched in this apartment, y'all, she cleaned it with hand sanitizer. Because I didn't touch her computer. She was cleaning that. She was cleaning everything. She took the garbage bag out and she cleaning it all up and down, and she stuck it in the bag and tied the tablet up. Everything, the pen she cleaned it and she tied it up. Oh, Abaya, you who is that? Oh, that's not Abaya. Arya. Shalom, family. Everyone is having a blessed day. Oh, I thought that was Abaya. I haven't seen Abaya and Urkel and Angel today, so I think they may be having a blackout. But if anybody else has heard any news, please type it down there. But this is the information that I got today because, like I said, I have home. My nurse comes to my house, and my caretakers come to my house because of my back and stuff. And I can drive, but I can do like short distance. But if it's a lot of different things they have to do with me, and I have like 5 different doctors, so they'll either drive me to my appointment or they'll come here. So they'll come pick me up and take me and all that kind of stuff. And so something just told me to ask her. Asked her, what are the reports? They're not getting the reports anymore because the administration is not doing it. So if there's a lot, and what they're saying is the people that are coming in, 1 in 5. So 5 people, 1 is losing their life with this. Every 5 that are coming in, 1 is losing their life. She didn't tell me that. I saw that on the other one, then they took it off. The doctor said that everybody that was coming in, every 5, 1 is going. So everybody need to go ahead and get your stuff. I've been talking to other people who that I am personal with and telling them to keep this up and do this. So I meant to do this earlier and I got distracted with doing something else. So I'm glad Abba got me to do this video so I can warn you all. Get your mask, all that. And then I have cases of masks like this. I'm not even going to wash them though, but I have cases of these cloth ones because I didn't like those paper ones. So these cloth ones, but I have a couple of, I bought cases of them. And whenever I do have to go out somewhere, I will, but I'm just going to throw them away. I'm not going to wash them and put it back on my face. I'm just going to toss them. So, and I'm still going to spray them with, then before I leave, I will spray them and then I'm going to leave because this is what saved my life during the first outbreak, y'all, because I had just had back surgery when the first one happened and my back was wide open for like 3 months, but because I'm diabetic, they couldn't sew my back up. And they had to put that plate in. They couldn't sew my back up. So I had to sit for 3 months with my back open. So and let it drain and then had to let it close naturally on its own. And then it took 3 months because I'm a diabetic. So Yeah, and I'm trying to think of, is there anything else? Because I meant to tell y'all that earlier today, but like I said, I got distracted and started kee-hee-heeing on the internet because I was laughing at people crying over the rapture. So I was watching rapture videos of people crying about the rapture. I was being wicked. So I was being wicked. But if there's anybody else who has heard anything else, type it in the thing for the people to know. And yes, Kennedy, I do have a weak immune system because I am a diabetic and I have Crohn's disease and I was in a bad car accident. So I have to keep myself very, very clean on any day, not just on pandemic day. But I want to help some people. And if you didn't see the video I made this morning, go and see it. Go and watch it. It's about an hour. It is about the dream that Abba gave me yesterday. So go and watch that. And the scripture that goes along with that dream, go ahead and watch that one if you haven't watched it already. And you are welcome, Stephen. And thank you, my spiritual son. I love you all. I love you, Shelly. I love everybody that has tuned in, and that I know that the reason you're here because you love Abba Yah. You don't like me. You love Abba Yah, and we love Abba. We all love Abba, and that's what I love about you. You love Abba, and I love Abba. So I just want to say peace and peace to you all. Remember, this is spiritual warfare, and they're not playing fair this time. They're not playing fair this time. They're not giving us the information. So you're gonna have to go search for it and seek it yourself. Please, 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 please. So yeah, so go and seek the information. You're gonna have to find it. They're not if this administration is not reporting, and that doctor says 1 in 5, like that's this apartment and this apartment right there. Do you understand right there? And there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 8 apartments in here, and it's only 2 apartments that would affect. One of those people are being BK'd by this new pandemic. Okay? Do you see how serious it is? This is very, 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 very serious. So be safe out there. Cleanse yourself. Hand sanitizer. Spray your car down. Spray everything down. If you gotta walk your dogs, I'm sorry, little puppy, you got to be cleaned because they're getting it on their feet. Spray the bottom of your shoes because you're walking in your house. Do what you got to do. Leave that shoe at the door. Leave them at the door if you got to. If you can have a different pair for in the house and a different pair outfit for the outside and a robe on the inside or something. Do what you got to do. If you got to cover up your head, if you got a lot of hair, cover up your head. Keep it covered. Tied up, keep it covered. And then that way when you won't get in your hair, because if it's in your hair, you're still going to get sick from it. You're going to have to wash your hair each time. So keep that hair wrapped up while you're outside. Okay? So, and I'm telling you how this nurse was doing. She wasn't just doing like the steps. She wasn't just cleaning the stethoscope. She was cleaning stuff that I ain't getting near. I was not even near it. She touched me with the stethoscope. She's touched me with the pressure cup, all that kind of stuff. But I never touched her bag. I never touched her computer. I never touched any of that. And she was cleaning it down with she had these ones, the ones they have in the hospital that they clean. She opened that thing, she cleaned it all. And I'm watching her. She's cleaning it all up and down. Like I'm looking at her, and she has all these. She comes out with all these rolls of garbage bags in her bag, and she's covering all this stuff up. after she sat there and cleaned it. And I'm just looking at her like, and she's masked up and all kinds of stuff. And then I noticed she had on double uniforms. She had on double uniforms, y'all. I watched that. I'm like, it ain't cold out there. Why you got on all these clothes? She had long sleeves all the way down. She was covered. And then she had double uniforms on, y'all. It ain't cold here. It ain't cold. Oh, and she had a thing on her head. Because I was paying attention to it. I'm like, she got a thing on her head. But I was looking at her badge. She didn't have a thing over her head. You know, she had the head covering over her head coming around like that. And I kept looking at her badge, looking at her face, looking at her badge, looking at her face like she ain't wearing no hat in that badge. On that badge, but she got on one now. She was covered from the rooter to the tutor, y'all. Only thing was out was her eyes. Her neck was covered up. She had this. It's not cold here, baby. It's not cold here. So let me go and get off of here. And I love you all. And I pray that the Most High y'all keep you all where you are. He protects you all. I think it's time to start shutting us up away from people. I think it's time. So you can pray about it, ask Abba, and he will tell you what to do. All I can do is give you the advice. All praise to the Most High Yah, and thank him for all this information to let us know who we are. And we're gonna say, give him all the praise and all the glory. And we're gonna end this video by saying, Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. All praise to the Most High Yah. And y'all know what I like to say. Hallelujah. Woo! All right. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.